Hello, humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer, reacting to the Xbox Games Showcase 2025. Let me tell you, I'm going to go over the things that I liked. Forget about the things that I don't like. I don't want to talk about those, right? But the things that I found interesting, right? And let's get right to it. First, let's talk about these portables of ROG Xbox Ally. Everything was looking wonderful, but you lost me at $899, $900 for a handheld. Oh man, that's a tough sell. That's a tough sell with the Steam Deck being out there. I didn't purchase the Switch 2 for myself. I didn't. I got it for kiddos, but not for me. It doesn't interest me. I didn't think it was worth the price, before I made the purchase. And, after hearing what everybody said, and what everybody's putting out there, it doesn't seem like it's worth the upgrade, right? It's more like a Switch Pro than a brand new system. So I think I made the right call there. And when it comes to this, I mean, you just lost me at $900. I don't know what these guys are thinking. I don't who has out there, $900, and then you start adding accessories and everything else. You're going to be spending $1,000 on a portable. That has to be your only machine. You can't have anything else. Usually, when you think about portables, you think of it as a secondary item. Right? You think of it as a complementary item to your console. But if you're going out there with $1,000 right off the bat, and don't get me wrong, I mean, Xbox does need a portable, but even the smaller unit that is going what, $499, $500. Again, when you have the Steam Deck out there, does it look superior to the Steam Deck? No, no. Again, the Steam Deck for me is preventing me from even considering either the Switch 2 or this right here. Right? That doesn't mean, if you don't have anything else, if this is going to be your only game console, yeah, go ahead. Does it dock? Is it going to be able to play at home? Replace your actual Xbox? Maybe, I don't know. We don't have enough information. Apparently, still in the testing stage. We don't know too much about the battery life, so on and so forth. But for me, $899, you made a mistake. Right? If this is the way you wanted to go, if for the 1 terabyte, you could just had a streaming console, lower entry point. Maybe had a 399 out there. I mean that, for me, for a handheld, guys, 250 is my limit. But I'm old school, But whatever. For a secondary console. For the Steam Deck, that's their only console, right? So the price is well worth it for me. And the library, the value that you get for it is just way more than anything else that's being offered by either Microsoft or Nintendo at this point. I believe that the PlayStation, that portable that they have offers more value at the price point. You can get one for less than $200 now, used. So, I mean, I don't know what they're going to do with this. I don't see this being a system seller, if you will. Now, with that said, let's get on to what I think are the most, interesting things about this showcase. And first, I'm going to start off with interesting things that I found. First of all, we have Beast of Reincarnation. The trailer for that seemed pretty cool. I like the aesthetics of it. I like the gameplay. I like where it's going with this. Right? I really like where it's going. I like that Xbox is expanding into Japanese folklore and this type of gameplay. Definitely give this game a chance. Specifically, if it's day one Xbox Game Pass, are you gonna say no, right? And that's one of the highlights for me. Again, it's not, I'm not hyped for it, but I find it interesting. Okay, I'm gonna leave the ones that I'm hyped for at last, but I find this interesting. Now, going to the next one, Blood of the Dawnwalker is another one that I found to be pretty cool. I like the way it laid out the story. It seems pretty cool. It seems like something I would play, to tell you the truth. It's that kind of game that we remember being the type of game that we played on the Xbox 360 back in the day, in the 7th gen era. And the gameplay looks pretty cool. The at least what we saw, right? And who knows these days if anything's real, right? But at least what they're showing, piques my interest, right? I would be interested in this game. I like the fact that this guy's some sort of hybrid between a vampire and a human, so that's why he's called the Daywalker, like Blade, for example. And this combat and movement across the city looks pretty cool. Yeah, definitely, definitely for me, this is something that I find interesting, and I'd be looking forward to playing it, especially if it's on the Game Pass, right? Game Pass is everything for me. And let's see here, yeah, Xbox Series S, PC, cloud. Well, hopefully it'll come out in that. So let's go to the next one. High on Life 2. I liked High on Life 1, and hopefully this expands on that. The gameplay. I don't want to play music because I don't want to get the copyright strike. But yeah, it looks pretty amazing. I wish they had at least they didn't show it here. If they can do a third person view, but that would be pretty cool. But the guns, the aesthetics of the game is they're pretty much the same. So I find it interesting. And if it's day one on Game Pass again, uh, I definitely give it a chance. And as I'm going through these, I'm seeing the promise, right, of what was the Game Pass, of having all these developers come in and making new content, and delivering new games for the platform. And some of these I'm definitely going to buy. Let me tell you, in physical form if they're available, right? But
it is highly recommended to.
it's not all of them. But I like this. I like this Chronos ever since he announced it the first time on how you play with time a little bit. But this third person view is always something that I like playing. Playing action, guns, monsters. Man, that is me. And let me tell you, this game for me is something that I am hyped for. Right, this is something that I would love to play. As soon as it comes out on the console or whatever. Am I going to pay $80? I don't know. Now these days you have to you have to think about it, right? But this is a play anywhere game, and for me, when it's play anywhere, that really does make a difference. Because I can play it at home and I can continue on the road. Since I travel a lot, it's something that I really look forward to when it's play anywhere. Okay, the next one. This one, interested in, right? Interested in, right? But I like the way they laid this out. I like the aesthetics of it. Um, the artwork for me could be a little bit better, but just in general, the storyline of where it's going, this Roman Empire type stuff going on. Plus, you have these huge monsters. The tension, at least that's created when this character is out there playing, is something that does absolutely interest me. Would I play this game on Game Pass? Absolutely. Am I paying $80 for it? I don't know. I need to see more. I need to see more. All right. Let's move on to the next. See that? That I like right there. All right. Okay, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, Order of Giants. Yes, absolutely. I want to see what's going on next. And of course, it's going to be on Game Pass. And, this is again the promise of having all these studios and having this service. And this is in game footage, according to them. And, if you play the game, this is a pretty cool game. It's a great game. It should be always a standard on the Xbox, and it's a game of the year type for 2024, of course. And am I looking forward to this new chapter? Yes, absolutely. Day one on the Game Pass. And the crazy part is I'm looking at all these, right? A lot of these say PlayStation 5 too, and it's more and more. I don't know if this one said it or not, but let's go to the end here, see what it says. No, it didn't say anything. But anyway, it is on the PlayStation, as we know. Now this one I'm hyped for, absolutely, because as soon as I saw it, it was like, this looks familiar right here, but I'm like, wait, what is that from? Like, I couldn't recognize it, but now that I know it's a remake of Persona 4 or even a revival, it made a lot more sense. And I was like, wait a minute, this looks good. And then I saw this, and I knew right away. I saw the classic. I knew right away. And guys, if they make a remake, if they go far beyond what they did in Persona 3, forget about it. You're not going to be able to keep this in physical form anyway. But am I playing it day one? Absolutely. Look at these renders. I've been on the street so many times, and I've never seen it look that good. So, this is a million so I think they know that they have a moneymaker here, guys. I would be surprised if this is not released, uh, you know, as an $80 game, and they know that Atlas fans will pay it, especially Xbox Game Pass and play anywhere. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Even with a Game Pass, this game is going to go bonkers, let me tell you. So I'm hyped for that one. Another one that I'm hyped for is this game right here. This Clockwork Revolution. Ever since it came out, it was sort of like a Bioshocky type feel to it. It's a little bit less, let me tell you, in this new announcement. But it still has that steampunk. What was it? Bioshock Infinite that had this kind of stuff. More in these brighter colors. So, I've been looking forward to this game and its development because it's right up my alley. I like these kind of games. I like the single player, story driven narrative where you're shooting, where you're, upgrading, your characters. And I love the aesthetics of this game. I just do, man. So hopefully the story will be good. There's plenty of action to be had, apparently. So am I on it day one? Absolutely. Now, where's it going to be? Let's look. Let's see here. Clockwork Revolution coming in due time. Jeez. All right. Well, we'll see. Game Pass or wish list now. Okay, so Game Pass, pretty cool. Another one. Ninja Gaiden. Oh, yes. Ever since they did that release, and we've been waiting, right? If you're a Ninja Gaiden fan, you've been waiting forever.
This is it.
Sayori.
Ryu, there's something I need your help with.
Yeah, this is right up my alley. This is something that I'm waiting for. Playing day one. Am I gonna buy it? Probably, guys. I'm probably gonna buy it. Look at this. It's gonna be on Steam and everywhere else. PC pre-order now. Yeah, it's gonna be good. Let's get into that one. Now, this one right here. Let me tell you, I am a huge fan of the Outer Worlds. I love that game. I love the aesthetics of that game, and I couldn't wait for this one too. I watched the trailers, I watched the announcements, the improvements that they're doing. I finished the game, and yeah, hopefully the storylines will be good. There's a lot more options when it comes to your character building, to choices, to everything else. I hope that they keep the same aesthetics within the game, when it comes to the characters and the posters and everything that you had all around you, because really when you went through the environments, it really was those little touches that made that game special, right? Where you saw somebody leave, a poster up, the signs, everything else. Very hyped for this game, but not only for the game, guys. In addition to this game, it's going to have a comic book series or an art book. I don't know exactly which one it's going to be. I think it's going to be comics, hopefully, but I'm there for it, right? They're going to do it through Dark Horse Direct, and I'm going to get it as soon as it comes out. At least I hope to. That is my goal, right? So I'm all in on the Outer Worlds. And last but not least, let me tell you this one right here. Oh my Lord. I've been listening through to the podcast and everything else, the improvements that they're making on this uh, remake or so cool. Things that you've always wanted. And it's bittersweet for me because let me tell you something, guys. I love pulling on my Xbox 360 and pulling out the old disc and playing these games. You know, I mean, it's just something that I love to do here in the game room. And with this coming out, this is going to be the best version of the games by far. It's not even close, right? All the improvements that they said that they're doing, 60 FPS and everything else. I mean, they have things available now that they didn't 20 years ago. I mean, you know, that's how long we've been talking about and playing this franchise. You know, I mean, and it's going to be so cool. And now that I think about it, you know, am I really going to be playing it on the Xbox 360 as much? No, I'm not. You know, I mean, that's just it. I'm not, because this is going to be the better version. So it's bittersweet. You know, I want to play it. I want to relive all this stuff because this is my kind of game, but at the same time, it's going to take away from me playing it the way I used to play it, you know. So, but regardless, guys, I'm all in. You know, I am absolutely all in on this stuff. What do you guys think? What did you guys like about this? You know, honorable mention Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, but you know, you've seen that before, so I wasn't, you know, the Final Fantasies, you know, again, stuff that you've seen before is just coming to Xbox now, so I don't know how hyped people can be about that stuff. But for me, it's about this, and the ultimate hype, it really is for Gears of War, you know. It is a mad world. All right, humans, I will catch you on the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed this Xbox showcase. You know, hopefully you have an Xbox or a Game Pass or stuff like that, and you're able to enjoy these. Let me know down below what you think. Make sure you like and subscribe, guys. Help me get this channel out of YouTube jail. And if you wish to support, make sure you become members to get exclusive videos that can no longer be found because YouTube doesn't like them. If you want to see them, become a member and you'll get access to all of them. All right, humans, I will catch you on the next one. Take care.